What? No one's tired of hearing you, Arsenet. Okay. So we are getting ready to start um, taking calls. For those of you not aware of how this works, what you want to do is, if you aren't, if you haven't already, send me a friend request to 222 live, all one word, and I will accept you. Do not call me. I will call you. I will send you a message first, letting you know that it is your time to, to get ready to be on the show. When we do get to you, an important rule is to make sure you mute the stream, mute the UStream video if you're on Skype. That way, we get rid of any sort of echoing effect that we may hear. And then also another very important rule is, keep in mind, I am aware that some people may have more information than others that are outside of what we've seen with, say, the Navi and other videos that TBS has posted. I ask that you keep that in mind and try to keep spoilers to a minimum. Like, especially if it's like, oh, I know how well Nagano does. Like, don't talk about that. Do not, if you know how well certain competitors do, don't say that. In regards to Navi spoilers, use your own personal discretion of what what may or may not be a big deal to you. But like if it's like a spoiler, like you have to super analyze some footage, I would say don't say it. Like, but if it's like, oh, they showed this person's run, like, and they said, oh, this is this person, because they showed a few people, like, that's okay. Obstacle speculation is okay. That is perfectly fine. Personally, I don't consider obstacles a spoiler outside of the final stage, because, like, they do kind of just show it anyway. Oh, yeah. Talking about the course is fine. Absolutely fine. It's always been fine. Okay, so, yeah, don't talk about that, Jaggard. Okay, so I am aware that there are people who are on the opposite side of the Atlantic from me. If you are one of those people, I would please send me a quick text message on Skype, just so I know who's who. Don't worry about causing sound. I should have everything muted. But yeah, we'll try to get the super international viewers. Spiazzo doesn't have a mic. What about Sir Wills SRW? You are British, right? I could be wrong. I don't think I started. SRW was here. It doesn't appear that he is at the moment. He actually sent me a message on Skype talking about Pokemon at one point. So he might be lurking. I'm just gonna send a quick message telling him to let me know when he's online. Yep. And I actually did. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Um, so right now I'm seeing a few people online. If you do want to go first with this converse, if you want to call in first, send me a text Skype message right now, and just to get an idea of who wants to go first. Don't all rush at once now. Oh. Okay, we got someone. So since there is no since none of the international people are currently available, we're going to start with this person in a moment. Alright, we're starting with Yamfine. Is it Yam Friend? And I just read it wrong because I'm an idiot? Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. Hold on. Let me make sure it's not a problem on my end again. That should be on. Yeah, we're live. This is what happens. I don't hear anything. Can you hear? Can you hear me? Alright, well, that's half the problem solved. I can't hear you. Is your Skype muted for whatever reason? Live troubleshooting. And this is truly riveting TV. What is it? Try. Is your microphone on? I guess just ask the stupid question. Okay, try going to tools and options of your Skype just to make sure that nothing has gone wrong. And obviously you want to hit on audio settings. Does it look like the right microphone setup? If for the person who just sent a message on the oh, we got something.
Is that any better?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my voice is just a little bad. I have a cold.
That's okay. Okay.
We're good to go?
Yeah. Just a quick thing. For the person who asked if I'm one of the Samurai Fighter guys, the answer is no. And if for whatever reason you're here, I don't know. If anyone's ever here about Naruto, it's not wrong, Sasuke. Hey, how's it going?
I'm alright. Like I said, I got my cold, but I'm looking forward to the broadcast in a few days.
Oh, yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah.
Should be a lot of fun. So, have you watched the Navi at all?
Yes, I have. It was pretty surprising, to say the least.
Okay, so what would you say, of all the new obstacles we've seen so far, what's the one obstacle that made you say, holy crap, the most?
Well, that's a toss-up between, because we haven't seen it in action, the swamp salmon ladder, and the crazy cliffhanger, which, I mean, they're both pretty weird. They're actually crazy in the name.
Yeah, I legitimately started freaking out the moment I saw the crazy cliffhanger. Just like, holy crap, because like I thought about that before, doing something like that, like, but I thought, that looks way too hard for them to actually try that in real life, and now they're trying that in real life as an obstacle.
Yeah, but the one thing I was really interested in regarding the Swath Salmon Ladder is how exactly does it work. Do the rungs actually move all the time, or I was just a little thrown off by how it works, just by them showing like, oh, the things move out.
Okay, to my understanding, and this is partially speculation. I'm actually really glad you brought this up because I wanted to talk about it. What I'm interpreting is that the reason that the upper rungs move is to prevent people from skipping rungs, like, because we've seen Americans who can jump really high on the salmon ladder. So what I'm assuming is they're doing is that the upper rungs will only move up. Hold on. Will only move up when you get to the rung before it. So they're like hidden until you get to the one that you're supposed to be at.
Yeah, it just was kind of weird seeing. I don't know if it was just like part of the, oh, here's the new salmon ladder thing, or if it was just actually like, this is what it's like in action. Because they showed a few testers going across the first rung, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think that's I think that's what kind of they're going for, is that it's like an anti-skip thing, because I can't see it as a thing where it's always moving, because if the bar is there on the rungs, I don't see that device even working.
Because one thing I was thinking of is like, if they're on like time setters or something, that means you need to be going up at a certain pace in order to keep going. So that seemed pretty crazy there.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I think, and it seems like there are people in the chat in agreement that it is sort of a anti-skip sort of thing. So, but that'd be interesting to see, because I've always considered the salmon ladder to be this crazy obstacle to begin with, and now they're making it even harder again. Be very interesting to see. So I guess we were talking about reminiscing about past Sasuke's earlier. Out of curiosity, what was your first Sasuke competition?
Sorry, what was it again? There was an ad, one of those annoying ads that came up again.
What was your first competition that you saw?
Well, on G4, one of the first ones that I saw, it was either Sasuke 8, and I remember specifically seeing Yo and Kane in the finals. It was that one or 19. I remember the end of that, how it ended on the second stage, Blushimi.
Yeah, that was a very interesting tournament.
But in terms of actually seeing the original broadcasts, I remember I first saw 23, not live, but that was the first recording of the TBS broadcast that I saw. That one, I think I actually viewed it a few days after I joined a few years ago. And the first one I saw live was 26, which gave me a little 19 feel to it because of the results.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Octopus run.
Oh, that was, as far as I'm concerned, the Octopus's run was the best part of the entire show.
Especially everyone knows on the forum how much I am his big fan.
Oh, he's a really fun to watch, and that entire run was just fun. And I think it was a really big contrast to like the rest of the tournament, which felt the way it was edited felt very depressing. The way they edited it, and the fact that the Octopus actually did as good, or if not better, than some of the top competitors was really something special because of that rolling escargot.
If we saw him on the Jumping Spider, that would have just been very interesting.
He probably wouldn't have even made it to the walls off the trampoline, but it would have been fun to watch either way.
Considering he had the time, he had like 20 seconds left at the end of the escargot,
he would have at least attempted, just to give us something.
Yeah, would have been awesome.
Yeah, but no, he definitely deserves much respect just because obviously the guy's in incredible shape. And I think a lot of people would like to look like that when they're when they're that age. How old is he again? I'm sure you know.
He's 65 now, I think.
Yeah.
He's going to retire soon, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. The throwdown with Brett Sims, that was fun, as Arsenet just pointed out. So in regards to the upcoming show next week, which competitor would you say you're most looking forward to? Other than the Octopus.
Well, of course, Sam, but of course, the big thing, the All-Stars, this tournament, those 5 specifically. It's too bad that Chiritori wasn't there.
Yeah.
It just kind of shocked me in the Navi that they didn't really even mention him. I think they had one clip that glanced over him, but they didn't explicitly talk about him at all.
If I had to guess, I'm guessing it might have just been a time thing, and I would be more surprised they didn't mention him on the main show, specifically. If they just completely don't mention him on the main show, then I'll be like legit surprised.
But in terms of the All-Stars, of the 5, I am probably looking most forward to Takeda and Yamada. Yamada just because of his history with Sasuke. And, it just seems what they're giving on the commercials like something might happen with him. I don't know. I get that idea.
They've done that for a few times now. I know. There have been times where I legitimately thought from the way they were promoting that he was actually going to beat the first stage. I honestly, I don't know what to expect. There are 2 warp walls now.
Yeah, but a lot of people have been talking about this, how a lot of his troubles have been psychological with the wall.
Yeah. And
they're saying how the first of the walls, and I forget what it's called, the Ni-Ren Soritatsukabe, the first one is shorter, and a lot of people are saying that will maybe give him the boost of
confidence.
Yes, thank you, confidence. In order to get over the second one. So I don't know if he can go fast enough and get over that. I think he has a decent shot actually getting past the first stage. It would be quite an emotional moment.
It would be a very shocking moment. Is he number 99, if I remember correctly?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Oh, and if I may interject, one other thing, no offense to Higuchi, but is that how you pronounce it? Nui?
I'm terrible at Japanese. Do not ask me how to pronounce Japanese words.
Yeah, but it just seems, no offense to Higuchi, but it seems like Nui is a lot more structured with how he is handling Sasuke. I don't know, that's just a little off topic, but just an opinion there.
I can see that.
Look at all the stuff he's put out for it. He even has a list of all 100 people.
Yeah.
Not even known most of them before, like the past tournaments, they don't even keep track of that really, except for like, number 100.
It definitely feels like they're promoting it more this time around, which is a good thing, really. In terms of hopeful ratings, and I've mentioned this to Arsenet before. It's really funny how they've pretty much acknowledged that non-Japanese people will be watching this and practically embracing it. Because the other day I had liked on Facebook TBS's international page as well as TBS's official Sasuke page, and I got a message from them through Facebook, basically saying, "Hey, Sasuke Rising airs December 27th." And it's like they know. They want that. They want the whole world to be behind the show, I guess. Thank you very much for being on the show, and for being brave enough to be the first caller.
Thank you for letting me be the first caller. Gonna say that?
Not a problem. Enjoy the show, both this show and Sasuke. And
all right, thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you for calling. And done. Alright, I received a bunch of contacts during that call that I can't see because I was... Okay. Alright, anyone else? Who wants to be next? You can send me a message of who you are on the site in case your display name isn't okay, Ryder. Here we go. Hi, Ryder.
Hey.
How's it going?
I don't know, so.
I'm going good. I just want to say thank you earlier for your help with getting the settings in order.
No problem. Happy to help get this up going.
Alright. So, what would you say is the new obstacle that has you the most interested in regards to the upcoming Sasuke?
It's really difficult to say. I'm excited for 3 of the 4 new obstacles. Well, yeah, the 5 new obstacles. The first one, the one I'm most interested in, as much as it's not been popular among the fans, I'm actually interested in Backstream. That's the swimming tank thing. Well, I found out it had the Zets that would push the competitors back. I'm actually interested to see how much of an impact they'll have, especially with them getting into the wall lifting, to see how much energy they're draining there. The one I'm second most excited about, I kind of want to see the crazy cliffhanger in action. As much as most people are so surprised about it, I actually think some might be able to pass it. I think people are just thinking of the wrong approach. We saw the touches try and swing and turn around while jumping. I think they're supposed to try to turn around while hanging, then try to reverse cliffhanger, the swing, and then jump across. And I'm kind of excited about the swap salmon ladder as well.
Yeah. In regards to the Backstream, it's very interesting. It caught my attention right away because just because it's a swimming obstacle in Sasuke. It's like, holy crap, what is this? Yeah, and
I don't think it's going to be a change of the rules. I think it just means it's only legal for this one obstacle.
Oh yeah.
You've seen it fall anywhere else. The still out.
Yeah.
I think it's just like that obstacle in Family Viking that we had the.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think. Oh, sorry. Go
Yes,
ahead.
yeah, absolutely. I guess one thing I actually found interesting is the fact that you have to like drop down in the very beginning instead of like being able to like jump into it.
Mm.
So you,
I think they're supposed to try and just push off, and it's easier to just stay down after what appears to be the Gexo conveyor.
yeah. I don't know. I'm interested to see if there's a way to technically fail the obstacle outside of time running out, because there's still.
That they may have an interesting rule of how much time you can spend out of the water there. Like, it may be timed with how much you can spend out of the water. Like, let's say, for example, like if you go over 15 seconds or so, like dog paddling, you just fail.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to. That's one of those definitely wait and see things. But
Mm.
I just like the idea that they're definitely like trying new stuff.
I mean, when they're at 28 tournaments, they can't just completely rule something out.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't think there is an alternative obstacle arsenet. It didn't look that way.
I was curious to see what the first obstacle stage 2 is.
Yeah,
Not the obstacle before the pipe flyer after the current play.
yeah, that yeah. I'm not sure what that first obstacle of
We
stage
have
2 is.
all this info, but we do not completely know what these two obstacles are.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Yeah, that's just one of the things we gotta wait and see, and hopefully someone will make it to the third stage, so we'll see the whole course, and they won't like, kind of like, sort of do like a Sasuke 19 thing where it's like we don't really know what the rest of the course is.
I mean, making it to stage 3 is enough. We're also gonna hope that someone passes the crazy cliffhanger too.
Yeah. Yeah. The crazy cliffhanger definitely looks passable. It's just, you know, I think if we see like one of the Cliffers make it, I think they can do it.
Yeah. I'm sure they've already been practicing on stuff like this.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see. Have we confirmed that the body prop is in stage 3?
We have kind of disproved that. It seems what there is some kind of crankshaft thing with wheels on the end. It appears to function like the arm bike, just it has a different setup. I'm not sure how it moves in comparison.
Okay. Alright. It just... Yeah, that's... I'm looking forward to seeing what everything is. So, we're talking about, the past. What was your first Sasuke competition? I know you mentioned the chat, but let's say it in video form.
Well, the first exposure to the whole thing I got, I was like, my mom was signal surfing and found this on Ninja Wars. Decided on thinking it was actually about Ninja. What it was one Ninja Warrior, it was Kunoichi 4. And she just had to come tell me to turn this on. Hey, you gotta see this, it's like a video game come to life.
Yeah.
And I just got hooked after that. They showed 5 the same day. Saw a bunch of the Kunoichi tournaments, and then they eventually went back to showing Sasuke, and the first one I saw was Sasuke 15.
Yeah, Sasuke 15. Yeah, that was a good tournament. It's a good way to start. But yeah, do you think they'll ever do another Kunoichi?
I'm not sure. I think that they would have to have Sasuke really secure for them to try that again, because it wasn't doing great in the ratings before, and then they started to experiment with it, and that just made things worse. So they're kind of a bit worried to try that, I think.
Yeah, Kunoichi was, I guess to me at least, Kunoichi was, it felt like they were trying to find a medium, like a balanced medium, and they, mainly because Miyake kept killing their course, they couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess in regards to the upcoming tournament, is there any specific competitor that you are looking forward to seeing?
I'm actually looking forward to both groups of stars, the All-Stars and the New Stars. I mean, if I had to pick from them, like, for the All-Stars, I definitely want to see Takeda. I really want him to make it to the final stage, but I'm really not sure if he can, but I'm really hopeful. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of him, I do want to see Yamada. For some reason, I feel like he can clear. This feels like a classic tournament. It's not gaining his head as much. It doesn't have all the random paths that Sin Sasuke era style stuff had, so he's not burning in the between obstacles as much. And not to mention the mental aspect, which we already talked about, with the Nirin Soritatsu Kabe, the first one that saw her. I think that he might have a chance to just get over the second one, because, I mean, he wants 24, among others. He has it. He just can't hold on because of the mental aspect. That's the barrier. I mean, we've seen that he can get over it. Look at 18. We saw him get over in the first try, even though that was the Great Wall.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the one thing in stage 1 that I feel could trip him up, if anything, it would be the jump hang Kai.
Yeah.
But he's passed the jump hang before, so I'm kind of thinking he might have a chance on that one.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Very interesting to watch.
And for the new stuff, I definitely want to see Ryuji, see if he can repeat his success. Same with Ro, I want to see how well he would do on this new course. I mean, they've been trying since long ago, back when the course was originally like this. I mean, we know Ryuji has been trying to get on since Sasuke 11, so they're reduced to this kind of course. And even if it is the pipe slider, if anyone is prepared for it, it would be them. I mean, they've had plenty of experience at Muscle Park, and they've had plenty of replica training too. I mean, hell, Bill has a pipe slider mount in his room.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, Yamada is definitely, like, it's going to be very interesting to watch. I think, I know on the forums there was a question of, like, which would have a bigger impact, Yamada being the first stage or Takeda making it to the final stage.
So which one I think would have the bigger impact? It would have to be Takeda finally making it to the final stage. I mean, Yamada has made it to stage 2 before, he just hasn't done it in a while. Takeda has been to stage 3 more than anyone, but he's never made it to the final stage. He finally needs to break through.
Yeah, that, I think, it's hard to tell. I think both of them would have a really, this is going to sound like totally diplomatic, but I think in their own unique ways, especially because they would happen at very different times, they would cause just like different but very similar, excitement in viewers.
I totally get what you mean with that one.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to watch. It'll be fun to watch. I definitely think. But we're gonna move on to some new people.
Okay.
So thank you for calling.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, no problem. And enjoy the show.
I will.
All right, thank you. All right. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.